And fire. Art stream. Yes, this is going. Good. That is more than one. I don't want both on. Okay. So it switches when I... That makes sense. There's some things about this that I'm still figuring it out. Anyway, I am going to be coloring in the chibi I started last week. Coloring in River Song. It might do weird things when I go to my reference pictures, because, well, you will not be seeing the reference pictures. Okay. Ta-da! It helps if my pen is facing the right way. A bit bigger than that. I'm on the right layer. That'll work. Okay, come on. Don't do weird things. Okay. There's like 5 different browns in this outfit. I'm probably going to start with the browns. Maybe I should start with her skin tone. That can be one of the hardest things to get right. What is this? No way. Let me... This will be smaller for a moment. Minimize that. Where is... Seriously? That actually looks about right, approximately. I was not expecting to get that right that fast. Get more of that in. She's just going to stay smaller for a bit. Will moving it change anything? Let's see, black leggings, or tights, whatever those are. Her hair is a mix. Oh, her hair might be complicated. Even more so than I thought. This is not actually going to be the main color of her hair. My microphone should be on. Yes, it is. The main color of her hair is different. But I want to make sure this base color is in, considering the inner part of her hair is darker than the outer part by a pretty significant margin. Okay. It's like some combination between blonde and brown, like a dirty blonde. That seem reasonable? It's actually pretty close. Oh, the pen sensitivity is on. Yes, I'm on the other layer. Okay. Work on that later, after I have the rest of this all cleaned up. I'm gonna need white for the white of her eyes. I need to look up her actual eye color. I think it was like some sort of blue? Gray blue? Okay. But mostly it's gonna be the dress. These are definitely mostly red tinge. Most of these. Especially that. The gun holster and belt. Yep, that seems about right. I've gotten better at guesstimating these. Wait. Yeah, that's about right. Approximately. Okay, that's part of the gun holster belt. Smaller. That actually looks pretty close for her boots. Okay. That what will actually be nearly black leggings for this, so that way we can actually see the lines. A very dark brown. Looks like a chocolate brown, so it's usually a little more red. A little darker, like a dark chocolate. Maybe if I do this. I think we're good. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think that's like a gunmetal gray for her. Okay, now I need to find what's the actual color of this gun. Is it really like... Come on, let me move this over so I can see it. It's pretty much one solid color. That makes things easier. futuristic coloring can be complicated. And Guns, hers is actually fairly simple. Okay. I need her eye color. What's the actress's name again? Wasn't it? Alex Kingston's what's coming to mind, but was that actually correct? Actually, it is. I can't believe I got that right. I need her eye color. Are her eyes hazel? It says light brown, but I keep seeing, like, it almost looks like blue or gray and there's green in it. Her eyes might actually be hazel. Presuming that she's not wearing contacts in some of these. Because these are saying brown. Blue. I think her eyes are hazel. Yeah, several of these, it's like brown, light brown, blue. Her eyes are hazel. Hazel eyes tend to change. So, how about when she's dressed as River Song? It seems to be either usually a blue tinge, but they look more dark brown there. In the library episodes. Even her hair is darker. And they look gray-blue there. Wow, her eyes change more than mine do. It's a light color, no matter what. I think we're going to be more toward here. Maybe that? It's like a blue-gray with a tinge of green. I think that might work. Especially when she has hazel eyes that go between all of these colors. Like sometimes there's like a ring of gold in the middle, and it's like hazel eyes tend to be very complicated to draw. Because it's trying to decide partly what am I going with. Yes, I'm still on the right layer. Seriously, I've got to turn this off. It's going to annoy me. Especially the size. Maybe I should just resave it as that. Yes, it's the correct one for her hair. And this is just the base color for her hair. I'm going to get all of this done. All these base colors done before I go and attempt to do the main hat, the regular coloring of her hair. That's going to be a bit experimental. Yep, that's bigger again. Good. Okay, eraser. So I keep forgetting to post on social media. I really suck at that. I'm doing pretty decent at remembering to post here at least, and do the live streams. I mean, most of the videos are just, I got it all scheduled on Sunday. The main thing is just remembering to actually live stream on Friday. I was reading, and it's like, just reading. Finish a fic. I look at the time on my phone. And it's like, oh shoot, it's 1 o'clock. I need to get to work. That's what I want. Filling in the areas I accidentally erased. Curly hair is complicated to draw. And what I've done here is the messier appearance for curly hair. Which is usually how River appears. She's been too busy causing chaos to take care of her hair correctly. But it still looks really good. It's amazing what happens in TV shows. All these people that should not be able to take care of their hair, and it didn't move at all. Every time my phone looks, that screen looks so much different, and it's annoying. Let's scoot this up. Hello, there's a white space down there. That doesn't belong. There we go. Let's turn this into an eraser. Oops. When I opened this today, I'm going, it just looks like a giant mess. I don't know if I like that for her hair. Hopefully it looks better once it's all colored in. I'd rather it not be one of the ones that it's like, this annoys me. I'm not going to fix it until I've sold out of the other Chibis or I'm getting really low. Because I have a Pocahontas Chibi. I took the color straight from my reference picture. I'm really sure it was actually the actual art. It's so red. It looks horrible. It is so red. And it's like, human skin tones do not look like this. Not naturally. What is she, horrendously sunburned? There might be a couple others. I think I'd failed to actually check when I printed them off to make sure it was right, and I already had 13 on each page. It's like, I'm not reprinting this. That is so many. So many. And I failed to do my check. And ever since, it's like, I'm checking all of them. Make sure it actually looks that way. And then I figured, it's a lot easier if I actually make sure that the monitor that I'm using and my printer look the same. Or I know the difference. So that way I know what I should be aiming for. Luckily, at least right now, my computer monitor that I'm using right here, not my phone screen, because that is way yellower. But my computer monitor's screen is the same as how it looks when it prints. So I know exactly what it's going to show up as. And I gotta remember to make sure I'm looking at my reference pictures with good light for the reference pictures, making sure I've selected correctly, which can be hard to do at times. It's really annoying. It's like, why are you people color changing these? And it's like, this looks like an official picture. Wait, that's off. I'm really sure these people were more brown than this, than whatever that color is. Or more pink, or more whatever. Or just less. Like, yes, less yellow. Are these people jaundiced or something? I mostly know that word because I keep getting told story from my parents about when they first took me out of the hospital after being born. They put me in a little yellow dress, and the doctors were horrendously worried that I had jaundice. It was just the dress. The dress reflecting onto the skin. Whoops, that's an eraser. I don't want the eraser right now. I want it in a moment, but not right now. So yeah, what people wear also affects how they look. Because the colors tend to reflect up onto people's skin, depending upon the skin tone. I'm pretty sure the darker the skin tone, the less reflection, but that doesn't mean there's no reflection at all. Simply because of how skin acts. What actually is that? No, it's her hair. You cannot see her neck at all. It's behind her hair. Okay. Where's that white? My cat abandoned me right before this and closed my door. He just walked right out the room. He went up to the door, demanded out, and walked out. There we go. Okay. Seems like most of the upper part of her face is okay. Not eraser. Do not want eraser right now. Let's go back to her hair. Fill in some of this. Come on. There's these little spots and they're annoying me. Okay. Nobody's here. I'm trying to check. Apparently at some point I actually had people watching last week, which is exciting and kind of nerve-wracking. Apparently at some point I was actually talking to people besides myself. Skin tone. There's so many browns, I'm a little worried I'm gonna... Okay, I probably will at some point. Choose the wrong one and put it in the wrong place. Highly likely to happen. It's annoying, but it happens. That went further than I was supposed to. Just switch color. There we go. I think the base of her hair and her shoulders. That'll be easier to clean up. Okay, maybe not so much the base of her hair, but the rest of her body should be easier to clean up than her hair. Admittedly, I'm going to have to get to her hair again because her hair has at least 2 different colors. Plus she had, like, highlights. That's the word I'm looking for. And I've got to get my printer working again. The black wasn't working, so I cleaned it. Now the colors aren't working. Because of course they aren't. Did I go further than I want? I think that's actually outline. It was a weird little pointy section. And I didn't approve. No weird little pointy sections. Okay. If she wasn't a chibi, her eyes wouldn't just be one color. There would actually be multiple colors in her eyes. You watch the speed draws I do, because everybody's eyes are at least 2 colors. It's really unusual if someone has a single color. There's usually several colors in people's eyes. Hazel just tends to be more. And they change. Like mine usually change from green to brown. And the brown usually changes from like a goldish color to a dark brown. The green, I think it's usually like a sage green. But it gets really complicated. Especially if you're trying to draw people with hazel eyes and color them in. Alright, I need to work up around here and not get too distracted by the lower areas I need to work on. Because I'm not done up here. But this arm is going to bother me if I don't finish it. Especially when it's stretching out away from the rest of the body. Really? Okay. That's better. Seriously, if anyone's watching besides myself, you can ask questions. Or just come up with something to talk about. Because I kind of suck at it. Because I'm just trying to think of things to talk about as I go. And it's not that easy because it's just my own drawings. It's not like when I'm playing games and I can potentially just yell at the people on it. It's like, no, 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 go this way. Don't find me, go this way. Who said you could go over there? Oh good, it's not an eraser right now. Okay. Is this the right one? Yes, it's the right one for our address. I'm not seeing anything. Okay. I think it's a zipper that can actually go way up higher. This. I'm looking at the pictures, reference pictures. Because when I was outlining it, I'm going, what is this? Because I hadn't pulled up reference pictures, I'm just outlining as I'm going. So trying to make it make sense as I'm doing this, with no reference pictures, and I'm going, what have I done here? What is this even supposed to be? Can be some interesting choices that people make for costumes. Matt Pat, what are you tweeting? When did you tweet it, considering the fact that Twitter doesn't tend to show you right away? The tweets take forever for Twitter to actually send them to you and announce it, and it's annoying. Because why did it take that long? It shouldn't have. I don't care how many followers someone has. It should be programmed that it can send the tweet that they put out immediately to everybody, if they have chosen to be notified of this. That's my black. Is this my brown? Yeah, I think it is. When Markiplier tweeted out about the Unisana stuff that night, I didn't get the notifications for that until over 24 hours later. Which is annoying considering the fact, I mean, I was already watching. But I shouldn't have gotten the notifications that long later. Any weird spots I messed up here? It says right here. Is there anything weird here? It kind of looks weird. Or is that just... No, it was a bit weird. Okay. Yeah, that's a bit annoying. That was a longer rant than I meant it to be. It wasn't even supposed to be a rant, but it happened. Nobody else seems to be there yet. Just me. There we go. She's almost got her colors in. And cleaned up. I mean, the colors are already in. I do that because I usually have an easier time determining where the colors are supposed to be. And what everything is supposed to be. And when I'm working with new characters, do these colors look okay as what I'm imagining? So all the speed draws so far have been of original characters. There will probably be speed draws of prints, individual sections, because that's going to take a while for each one. Especially the more characters on a print, the longer it's going to take. A lot of it's probably going to be background, and then each section of characters, or individual characters depending upon what it is. I did a live stream outlining part of a print. It was a Halloween themed print. I outlined the vampire and Frankenstein's monster on it. And, well, there's also a witch. A pirate, mummy, and skeleton playing poker in the background near the cemetery. A cemetery. The witch has a cauldron with a cat hiding behind it. There's a raven in a tree, as well as a spooky haunted house up on the hill with a werewolf on the cliff and a giant spider underneath it. I think that is the general basic description for it. I had fun drawing it. It just took me a while because it's it was actually the vampire and Frankenstein's monster that actually threw me off the most. What in the world was I going to do with there? I couldn't just leave it blank, and I wanted to make sure I had a vampire and Frankenstein's monster on there. There a couple more of the traditional spooky Halloween creatures. And I had that blank section, and I didn't want it to be blank, but trying to come up with a pose for them was not fun. Because nothing seemed to really work. I reworked that corner so many times with different ideas. I do post sketches of prints on Patreon, as well as all the information that shows up for as I get it finished for the World of Estrella. all the speed draws so far are actually pictures I used to go on to, like, character profiles. Like, species profile ones will be going up too when I get to them. I was mainly working on the main characters, so that way I can make sure their character profiles were actually completed. The character profiles, because there's 2 pages to each character profile. There's a simplified one, which is essentially the character background with the character's picture. And then a much more complicated one that's a lot like a D&D sheet. That can tell potentially a lot more information that can throw things off. That one is up on Patreon too, but it's an expensive tier to access. I mean, it's the $100 a month one. But that's a tier that you're potentially getting spoilers with that. I wanted to make sure I was getting these things done for my sister so that they can write and make sure they could write the story with information. The information they need. We're pretty much working together on it. Pretty much I've come up with the world and the basic gist of the story. Well, my friends were part of it too, because this whole thing has actually been 2021. Wow, about 14 or so years in the making. Some of the characters actually started off, because it started off as fan fiction. It was never really written. It was pretty much all in our heads. But it was pretty much fan fiction, and a lot of the characters were characters from TV shows and anime and movies, mythology. The characters from actual mythology, taking them straight from mythology, I can use. But the ones from TV shows and such, I can't. So a lot of them had to get changed for me to actually use so I can publish and potentially make money off of it. My sister needs to get somewhere in their writing first, because I want them to be on a chapter 2 and working on chapter 2, and I have completely drawn and I'm working on drawn the prologue and I'm working on chapter 1 before I actually start posting it. I would prefer to be ahead, so that way if I'm delayed or whatever on something, I'm not missing updates. At least that is the goal. There's a white spot there. It does not belong. That went a little further than I meant it to. Itty bitty brush, pen, thing. Come on. But yeah, all the speed draws are, at the moment, things for character profiles. And my intro and end card that I drew. I think that one's actually published. Okay. I think that's everything but her hair. Whoa. Let's fix this. That might still be too bright. What if I change the opacity on this? I'll play with that once I'm done actually cleaning this. Because I'm not entirely sure what to completely do with her hair. It's definitely not brown, and it's not just straight blonde or dirty brown or blonde or whatever. It's also not really a red, at least not in the pictures of River, which are the ones I need to base it off of. And some of the descriptions said auburn for her hair, which is more of a red. And I'm going, the vast majority of pictures I see, it's like a dirty blonde or brown. I'm not sure I really get auburn from them. But for all I know, that's what she considers how her hair is. I know I've changed topics. That's all I can really do. Nobody is here to keep me on track or to talk to me. So I just randomly come up with things, or I end up being completely silent. I've gotten a little better about coming up with things to talk about. I'm just rambling on oftentimes. There we go. And I don't necessarily always finish a chain of topic. I seriously doubt I do, considering the fact that I'm really sure I just randomly talk about things. It's better? That was probably supposed to stay gold, but it's hard to tell it anyway because of the lines. But I'm not getting rid of the lines. My art doesn't really look that great, in my opinion, without them. I can show you on the next one when I'm turning off and on the lines, because I've done that before. And parts of it look pretty good. It's just other parts, specifically with the face, because the face really needs to have lines. Otherwise it's way off. Considering I have the outline for the nose, the eyebrows, the outline of the eyes, the mouth. And I like how it looks without lines for different art, but I'm not sure I really feel like actually doing that myself, for most of my art at least. I might experiment with it. There we go. Okay. Your hair's mostly cleaned up. I missed a whole section right here. How did I do that? I probably went off somewhere and forgot about it. That section might need to be the blondish gold. That's better. Okay. It's getting there. And I got nothing. And if anybody else is watching, they're not saying anything. And the hair is what's taking the longest. There we go. Okay. So if you like my art, are at all entertained whatsoever, although I don't know how, subscribe? I know there's a like button, but I don't usually use that myself because it always ends up in its own playlist. And I don't really want that. I know I'm super picky on what I actually hit like on videos. And people can always follow me on Patreon. I try to make sure things are updated for patrons only every Saturday, which I believe I need to check on. I had things I scheduled things in December all the way into January, and now I'm going, am I out of days? Did it post last Saturday? How far off am I? Okay. Let's lower the opacity. What if I turn down this opacity for the whole layer? That is too far. Okay, and whoa, that's way too big. But hopefully this helps. Considering it doesn't really follow the curls, it follows the shadows. It's still too bright, I think. Why? It's the same as this. Okay, I'm minimizing this again. Where is... Please don't tell me I exit... Oh good, I didn't close it. It's not that bad. Okay. Actually, it seems fairly decent. Okay, I think we're done. Nope. Let's center her again. merge that down. So I'm only dealing with one layer of color. Okay. And here's our Chibi River song. Partly done. All that's left is the highlights, the details, and shading, which will be done, plan is next week. Ow. Okay. No one's talking. It might just be me for all I know. Nah. Here's Chibi River song. I'm colored in. Lorraine Fire, this is an art stream. Bye-bye. I'm out of here.